feet neither bond nor free.
The high priest binds one of the initiate's ankles.
In other religions, the postulant kneels while the priest towers above him. But in the art magical, we are taught to be humble, and so we kneel to welcome them, and we say, "Blessed be thy feet that have brought thee in these ways."
He kisses her right foot and then her left.
"Blessed be thy knees that shall kneel at the sacred altar."
He kisses her right knee and then her left.
"Blessed be thy womb, without which we would not be."
He kisses her womb.
"Blessed be thy breasts, formed in beauty."
Her right breast and her left breast.
"Blessed be thy lips that shall utter the sacred names."
And finally he kisses her lips. This completes the fivefold salute. Now he binds both her feet together with the cord which was attached to her ankle.
Now I'm going to take your measure. And we measure you from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. But because you came into our circle with two perfect passwords, perfect love and perfect trust, and we received you with a further password of a kiss, we return the measure to you and charge you to wear it upon your arm as a signet. In the old days, if you had wanted to escape from the covenant, at the same time that your measure was being taken, you would have had hair clippings and nail clippings taken away from your body. And if you had tried to break away from that covenant, the witches would have worked with them, and they would have dragged you back to that covenant, and you would never have escaped. But you're free to come and go as your conscience dictates.
A red thread, which is the measure of the initiate's length, is tied round her left arm.
Before thou art sworn into the brotherhood, art thou willing to pass through an ordeal and be purified?
I am, and I will.
The high priest takes the scourge in his right hand. The initiate kneels, and the high priest gives her 3 lashes with the scourge. Now 7 lashes. And now 9 lashes. And he lays the scourge down again at the altar.
Ye have bravely passed the test. Art thou ready to swear that thou wilt always be true to the art, and be ever ready to protect, help, and defend thy brothers and sisters of the Wicca, even though it should cost thee thy life?
I am, and I will.
Then say after me, I, Janet,
I, Janet,
in the presence of the mighty ones,
in the presence of the mighty ones,
I do of my own free will and accord,
I do of my own free will and accord,
most solemnly swear
most solemnly swear
that I will ever keep secret
that I will ever keep secret
and never reveal the secrets of the art,
and never reveal the secrets of the art,
except it be to a proper person,
except it be to a proper person,
properly prepared, within a circle, such as I am now in.
such as I am now in.
All this I swear,
All this I swear,
by my hopes of a future life,
by my hopes for future life,
mindful
mindful
that my measure has been taken,
that my measure has been taken,
and may my weapons turn against me.
and may my weapons turn against me.
If I break this,
If I break this,
my most solemn oath.
my most solemn oath.
Two male members of the coven help the initiate to rise.
I consecrate you with oil.
The high priest consecrates with oil in an inverted triangle on the initiate's body. Now he takes the chalice of wine,
I consecrate thee with wine.
the same inverted triangle.
I consecrate thee with my lips, priestess and witch.
With the three kisses in the inverted triangle, the initiate is now a witch. Her blindfold and her cords are removed. And she stands free in the middle of the circle.
Your servants come forward to assist the priestess.
Two male members of the coven come forward to help with the presentation of the tools.
I now present to you the working tools of a witch. There are also the magical weapons. First, the magic sword. With this, as with the Athame, thou canst form all magic circles, dominate, subdue, and punish all rebellious spirits and demons, and even persuade angels and good spirits. With this in your hand, you are the ruler of the circle.
Each tool is handed over with a kiss and passed on to one of the assistants with another kiss to be laid on one side.
Next, I present the black-hilted Athame. This is the true witch's weapon and has all the powers of the magic sword. Next, I present the white-handled knife. Its use is to form all instruments used in the art. It can only be used inside a magic circle. Next, I present the wand. Its use is to call up and control certain angels and genii to whom it would not be meet to use the sword or Athame. Next, I present the pentacle. This is for the purpose of calling up the appropriate spirits.
The pentacle is an inscribed disc of metal.
The appropriate spirits for the initiation ceremony are the god and the goddess. Next, I present the censer of incense. This is used to encourage and welcome good spirits and to banish evil spirits. Next, I present the scourge. This is a sign of power and domination. It is also used to cause purification and enlightenment. For in the book of law it is written, to learn you must suffer and be purified. Art thou willing to suffer to learn?
I am.
Next and lastly, I present the cords. They are of use to bind the sigils of the art. and the material basis. Also, they are necessary in the oath. I now salute thee in the name of Carnena and Arada, newly made priestess and witch.
The high priest makes the sign of the five-pointed star in front of the new witch with the athame and kisses her, and then lays down the athame again.
Now I must reveal to thee further mysteries, for thou hast come this far.
This is the legend of the descent of the goddess into the underworld. The priest representing death puts a veil around the priestess as the goddess. He places his right hand on her head and his left under her knee.
I will all my power unto thee.
The priest puts on his crown and stands holding his sword point downwards.
Thou hast obeyed the laws well, but mark this: when thou receivest good, so equally art thou bound to return good threefold. Having learned thus far, you must know why the wicked are called the hidden children of the goddess. In ancient times, our Lord, the Horned One, was, as he still is, the Consoler, the Comforter. But men knew him as the Dread Lord of Shadows, lonely, stern, and just. But Our Lady, the Goddess, would solve all mysteries, even the mystery of death, and so she journeyed to the Netherlands. The guardians of the portals challenged her. Strip off thy garments, lay aside thy jewels, for naught may ye bring with ye into this our land. And as you were brought into the circle, naked, the goddess laid down her jewels and her garments, and she was bound, as all living must be, who seek to enter the realms of death, the mighty.
The priest offers his crown and sword to the priestess.
Such was her beauty, that Death himself knelt and laid his sword and crown at her feet and kissed her feet, saying, Blessed be thy feet that have brought thee in these ways. Abide with me, but let me place my cold hand upon thy heart. And she replied,
I love thee not. Why dost thou cause all things that I love, and take delight in to fade and die?
Lady, 'tis age and fate against which I am helpless. Age causes all things to wither, but when men die at the end of time, I give them rest and peace and strength, so that they may return. But you are lovely. Return not, abide with me.
I love thee not.
And you receive not my hand on your heart, you must kneel to death's scourge.
It is fate, better so.
And death scourged her tenderly, and she cried,
I know the pangs of love.
And death raised her and said, Blessed be. And he gave her the fivefold kiss, saying, Thus only may you attain to joy and to knowledge. And he taught her all the mysteries, and gave her the necklace, which is the circle of rebirth,